Hi, guys. I want to talk about people telling people they shouldn't go here or there because they're black. Specifically, I'm talking about when people say, like, oh, that bad experience happened to you. Oh, you experienced racism, so you're black, so you shouldn't have went there anyway. You should have known better. That sounds really crazy. I don't know, or it sounds like really, I don't know what the word is. It doesn't sound right because it's like when you're of any other race, you can go anywhere else in the world, especially if you're white. For the most part, you are treated quite well. The problem is not the person traveling, the problem is other people's perceptions and other people's racism. When we start to blame people for being black and wanting to live their life, it's like we're complicit or something in the way with racism. Like, the problem is not us. Like, we should not have to apologize for being black. We're not. None of us should feel like we're limited by our blackness. Like, I never hear about a white person who got scammed somewhere in Asia or Africa and saying, "Oh, you're white, so why did you go there? You knew better because you're white that you can't go anywhere. You know those people are not like you, so you can't go anywhere." Something about that just like that weighs on me psychologically, and I feel like it weighs on a lot of black people. Always being told they can't do this or that because they're black. That sounds crazy. Like, you can't do this to your hair because you're black. You can't go here because you're black. You can't say this because you're black. You can't learn this because you're black. You can't eat bagels because you're black. You know how crazy that starts to sound after a while? It starts to sound like brainwashed or extremely limiting. And while I do understand that by continuously traveling back to different countries in Africa, you are building the economies within Africa, within different countries within Africa, and that helps them thrive economically. But who's to say that money's going to trickle down to the average citizen? I don't really know, because there's a lot of corruption in different countries in Africa. The people who get that money will take it and use it for whatever else. But I don't know. Like, if something happens to someone, for instance, there was something that happened to this girl in Italy. Oh no, and what is it? Israel. Like, she died in Israel, and people were saying, well, she black. She knows she shouldn't went to Israel. Why she learning Arabic? She know better than learn Arabic. You're like, what? Someone dies, and that's all you can say is they should have known better. Like, how are we saying we love black people and we are for the betterment of other black people, and we're blaming them for dying? We don't know what happened with that girl. I don't know if it was racism. I don't know if her friends tried to kill her or whatever. But however she ended up dying in that water, it was not necessarily because she was black and because she should have known better because she was black. It was something, whatever happened, it's not 100% her fault, and her being black and knowing better just seemed like a really insensitive comment towards black death. I understand, specifically as black Americans, U.S. slave descendants, U.S. DOS, we are trained to live in survival mode. That is partially why we do not tend to want to go to Africa, because we're thinking like, oh, if I go here, I might get scammed. This might happen. Something might happen with the plane, the food, or something. We're trained to kind of live our life directed by fear, and as we're trained like, oh, we don't go to them rodeos and Kentucky derbies because it's racist white people there and we might get discriminated against. We're not going to the boonies in them rural small white communities because we might get hung or something. I understand that, and I do understand that specifically in Italy, there's been like a merge of anti-black, anti-African immigrant sentiment, like a reemergence or something like that. But something about just telling black people they can't do this or that just does not sit well with me. It's just because ultimately anything can happen anywhere in this world. We experience racism right here on this U.S. soil. So I don't want to tell anyone because they're black they can't go here or there. I feel like if they truly want to go somewhere within the continent, they can. I feel like with the right accommodations, as you should do with anywhere you go. I'm not really a person who advocates for traveling alone, because really, I would think I would want someone who knows their way around, who speaks the language, who can help me navigate through different cities and uh, what is it? I don't know, airports, things like that. So I wouldn't feel lost. That's why I really don't like. I've never traveled, but that's my issue, because I'm really a person that's really crappy with following directions and what is it? Following directions and getting to where I need to go by myself. That's an anxiety thing about me, because I'm just like, what? What are you talking about? Go where, huh? I'm clueless when it comes to that type of stuff. But we shouldn't be shaming people and for dying or something racist happening to them. Like, I understand why we do it, and I understand the urge to do it, but maybe that's not the route to go as far as reactions to racism abroad, telling them they shouldn't go there, or kind of that's what you deserve kind of stuff. I don't like that. I don't like tipping the line and telling someone that's what they deserve, because that's not compassionate and that's not love for other black people.